Mr. Palmer from Alabama.
I'm going to deviate a little bit from the questions that have been asked, Mr. Dejoy. I've got a constituent who reached out, and I'm sure other members of Congress have constituents that raise concerns about the post office. But his concern is about the poor conditions of one of the post offices in my district, the Meadowbrook Post Office. For 3.5 years, he's tried to call the postal inspectors to discuss this with them and has not heard back. Is it normal procedure that the postal inspectors don't return calls from?
Not that I'm aware of. We know sometimes don't give good information, or might have been referred to a facilities group, but inspectors usually respond.
He's raised specific concerns about the disposal of waste and trash that's accumulating in the parking areas. I don't know the age of this individual, but I've gotten concerns raised for another post office by some of my constituents who are elderly, about access to their post office boxes. They have, in this one particular case, the boxes are outside. But in this particular post office case, he says there's just regular trash, old furniture is on the property. There's a hole in front and backflow from water. It's just indicative of a lack of maintenance of the facility. That this guy says that he's been calling for 3.5 years and hadn't heard back. I hope he wasn't on hold.
So we have 31,000 facilities, all in disrepair. I've put $2.5 billion in over the last 3 years. If you give me this location, I will check on it, and
I'll have my staff reach out to you.
I'll make sure
Let me ask you another question. I've got some concerns, and for individuals, they can buy whatever vehicle they want to, but the post office under the Green New Deal is moving rapidly into EVs. What's the cost differential between a gas-powered vehicle and an electric vehicle?
just to buy the vehicle.
Yeah, to buy the vehicle.
For the vehicles that we need in terms of the special purpose vehicle, I'd say, that we're getting built, it's about $20,000. Or coming on the off-the-shelf vehicles, maybe $10,000.
For an electric vehicle?
Yeah.
I'll need to check on that. I'm concerned about this because I'm looking at the minimum range is 25 miles. I'm not sure between charges. That's what I saw.
No, ours is about 70, but our average use is about coming in around 25 miles. So we're looking at ways now to expand the ratio between the vehicles and the chargers because we're in close proximity. Our average route is short, 20 miles, 15 miles, 10 miles in some cases.
It's my understanding, though, that this transition is going to be fairly expensive, and obviously we all have concerns about the fiscal condition of the post office. And
so what I would say is the Congress gave us $3 billion, and we're using it wisely. And I think I wouldn't have done it unless we thought it was financially, viable and good for the service. We needed vehicles. This was the way we were able to move forward, and I think we worked a good strategy with regard to this.
we'll see how it works out, but I have a feeling, Mr. Chairman, we'll be discussing this again.